Welcome to Path to Facts, where mysteries are solved and wonders are revealed. Today we'll delve into a world that's right under our noses, yet still full of surprises.
One Wendigo, Algonquian Native American folklore. The Wendigo is the embodiment of the cold, unforgiving North, a hideous figure born of the darkest winters and the deepest hungers. This creature, once human, succumbed to cannibalism and was transformed into a monstrous being, forever cursed to roam the frozen forests in search of flesh. It is said that the Wendigo's heart is made of ice, and its body, a skeletal frame covered in ashen skin, is a grotesque reminder of its inhumanity. Its eyes, glowing with a malevolent light, relentlessly seek out the lost and desperate, those vulnerable to its insidious whispers. The air around a Wendigo seems to drop in temperature, a chilling aura heralding its approach. Legends tell of its terrifying call, a sound that mimics human desperation and leads the unwary straight into its clutches. More than just a predator, the Wendigo is a symbol of the destructive power of greed and the primal fear of what lies beyond the safety of firelight. To Deuk, Jewish mythology. In the shadowy corners of Jewish folklore lurks the Deuk, a malevolent spirit that refuses to possess the living. This spirit, a soul tainted by sin, seeks to reform or wreak havoc by merging with an innocent host. The terror of the Deuk lies in its invasion, the complete violation of the victim's will as it takes control and forces its host to carry out its unfinished business or malevolent desires. Witnesses describe a sudden change in the possessed, a once familiar gaze, now teeming with unspeakable darkness. The air becomes thick with an oppressive fear, and a chill envelops the room, a palpable manifestation of the Deuk's presence. Exorcisms, steeped in ancient rituals, are performed in desperate attempts to banish the Deuk. A battle not only for the soul of the possessed, but against the fear of the unknown, the terror of what lies beyond the door of death. 3. La Llorona, Mexican folklore. La Llorona, the weeping woman, haunts the rivers and lakes, her white dress flowing like the mist that rises from the water in the early morning. Her story is a heartbreaking tale of love, loss, and revenge. Driven mad by jealousy and despair, she drowned her children, and now, trapped between the living world and the afterlife, she weeps for their return. Her cries, a mournful lament that chills the soul, are said to be an omen of death. To look upon her face is to see the depth of her sorrow, a visage so filled with pain that it strikes terror into the hearts of those who dare to look upon it. La Llorona's spectral presence is a constant reminder of the consequences of betrayal and the depths of maternal love twisted into madness. She is the embodiment of tragedy, and her story echoes through the ages as a cautionary tale of the destructive power of grief. 4. Jogo, Japanese mythology. The Jogo, a seductive yet monstrous creature of Japanese folklore, weaves a web of deception and death. In her human form, she lures unsuspecting men with her beauty and charm, only to reveal her true nature as a giant spider and trap them in her web. Her lair, decorated with the skeletal remains of her victims, is a place of nightmares. Hope dies and despair flourishes. The Jogo's manipulation and cunning are a testament to her intelligence, making her all the more terrifying. She embodies the fear of the unknown and the danger of succumbing to temptation, a predator disguised as a promise. Her intentions as deadly as her venom. 5. Pontianak, Malay Indonesian folklore. The vengeful spirit of a woman who died in childbirth, the Pontianak, is a harbinger of death and despair. She appears as a beautiful woman to seduce her victims, only to unleash her fury, revealing a face twisted with rage and eyes burning with hatred. Her laugh, sharp and piercing, is the last thing her victims hear as she drives her long fingernails into their bodies, taking their lives in a gruesome display of vengeance. The Pontianak's presence is a manifestation of unresolved grief and the terror of untimely death. Her story, a chilling reminder of the thin veil between life and the spirit world. 6. Banshee, Irish mythology. The Banshee heralds the death of a family member with her mournful wail, her cry a somber prelude to loss and grief. Her appearance, ranging from a beautiful young maiden to a terrifying hag, reflects the nature of her call, a lament for the dying. The sound of her wail, cutting through the silence of the night, carries the weight of inevitability, a reminder of the fragility of life. The Banshee's lament is a sound that, once heard, haunts the listener, a spectral melody woven with threads of sadness and despair. 7. Chupacabra, Latin American folklore. The Chupacabra, a creature of modern legend, strikes fear into the hearts of those who live in rural areas, where tales of its attacks on livestock abound. Described as a beast with a spiky back and glowing eyes, it drains its victims of blood, leaving behind a lifeless shell. The mystery surrounding its existence and the gruesome nature of its attacks add to the aura of fear that surrounds it. The Chupacabra is a symbol of the unexplained and the unknown, a creature that defies explanation and embodies the primal fear of what lurks in the shadows. 8. Neon, Chinese mythology. The neon, a beast of immense power and ferocity, rises from the depths of the sea or the heart of the mountains once a year, on the eve of the new year, to feed on human flesh. Its very name inspires fear, a reminder of the darkness that lurks, ready to devour those who come too close. Against the neon, fought with fireworks and the color red, is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a collective defiance against the darkness. The legend of the neon encapsulates the primal fear of the predator, the fear of being hunted by an unstoppable force. 9. Mungwa, Swahili folklore. The Mungwa, a cryptid of East African legend, is a shadowy predator that stalks the night, its fur as dark as the secrets it holds. Said to be larger and more ferocious than a lion, it attacks silently, its presence known only by the aftermath of its violence. The fear of the Mungwa lies in its elusiveness, the terror of an unseen threat that is always near, always waiting. It embodies the fear of the unknown, the primal dread of what lies in the darkness, just beyond the light of the fire. 10. Tikbalang, Filipino mythology. The Tikbalang, with its towering horse-like figure and human body, guards the paths to the spirit world. It leads travelers astray, disorienting them and turning their journey into a nightmare from which there is no awakening. The Tikbalang's laugh echoes in the minds of those it has led astray, a constant reminder of their danger. It represents the fear of losing one's way, not only physically, but spiritually, a guardian of thresholds that challenge one's courage and resolve.